my theater director comes up to me and he's like, Dana, just remember, when you're doing your monologues, just like turn on every guy in the room.
Hello, welcome to another Latino with a podcast and the Latino with a podcast. Christian Hennis and today I'm with Dana Norris, who is a theater kid in every aspect of her life. Like I met her I believe in Laugh Factory, and you're like one of your first jokes is like I'm a theater kid. I was like, you look like exactly like a theater kid. Do you feel that's an insult, or you're like, no, I own it.
It is an insult, but also it just is what it is.
But it's like being a theater kid is like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm annoying. Like, am I not allowed to be annoying?
I don't even know if it's just annoying. Like,
Yeah.
because I did theater and it's like theater experiences and actually we're gonna talk about this is the first topic that I have.
Do you want me to face out to the camera more, or just like be
You
looking?
don't have a you be comfy.
Okay.
But I went to theater for like 3 months, and the whole experiences of like for me were new because I knew, and I was already like 18, 19 at the moment. But everybody was like so comfy with stuff that I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And they're like, okay, we're gonna do an exercise. Everybody get naked. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And everyone like, oh yeah, oh, I love this exercise. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
But it's things like that them 3 months in, and when they were like, oh, let's do the exercise, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. And there's kind of like a confidence in between the group, but getting in there is so weird.
Yeah.
So, what was your first experience that you were like, what the fuck I'm getting into?
I started doing it really, really young.
Okay.
So like I was my first show I ever did. I was 8.
Cool.
So there wasn't as much of ever like a culture shock moment with theater. Now, granted, I grew up doing Christian youth theater, but theater culture is theater culture. Even if everyone is like a toxic evangelical Christian, it's still theater.
We're gonna talk about toxicity in the angelical Christian theater.
Yeah.
You're like, no, they're watching this. They
No,
watch
they.
every
I would love to talk. I made an entire TV show about this, so I'm happy to talk about it. Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. Yeah. No, I don't think there was ever a moment where I was like, "What is this?" I've just. It's always been.
Because you were already born in it.
Yeah.
You're
Like. Yeah.
did you see it happening to somebody else that they were like, what the fuck is happening?
Well, one time, one of my comedy friends came to a musical I was in a couple of years ago, and he was like, "Oh shit, this thing's starting on time," and I was like, "I told you it starts at 7." He was like, "I didn't think it." Okay.
What about the 5 minute warning? Like, what the
Yeah, he was like, "I thought we were running on comedy time." I was like, "This isn't a comedy show. Like, you actually have to show up on time."
Well,
So that was a culture shock for him.
I went to recently to one Broadway play. It was a Just Juliet,
Mhm.
and I was running late, and I was like 2 minutes late, and I was so stressed because my girlfriend was there, and they were texting me like, They close the doors. It's not like, oh yeah, come whenever. They
Yeah.
close the doors, you cannot fucking get in.
Uh-huh.
I was like so stressed. I got in like 2 minutes before they closed the doors. Like I sat down, I find a seat, I sat down, and they're like, "We're starting now!" Boom, and they closed all the doors, and then they just started. I was like, everybody who arrived later, they're like, "You're fucked.
Yeah.
You're outside."
Uh-huh.
I believe I love theater, but like all the experiences in between theater, like the ones that I have were weird because also like our theater teacher, I said in the last episode, he got me too, and he did a lot of weird shit. Like let's say, oh, we're gonna play Hercules, and you are gonna be Persephone, and you were like 16, and he was like, okay, this character is super sexy, so you have to be comfortable with being sexy. So I start like do your dialogue while you're taking off your clothes, and they're like 16, 15-year-old girls, and I was like, what? And they obviously they think, oh, this is part of theater.
Yeah.
They didn't say anything until much later. They realized they were like 20 something. Maybe they said this experience to someone else. Someone else was like, that's
Yeah.
sexually assaulting
Uh-huh.
you, like.
Yeah.
And he got me too. He's in Spain. Shout out to okay. But do you have anything that happened to you like that, or you're in the youth Christian thing is a little softer?
Well, I had a weird high school theater teacher. So I was homeschooled until my senior year of high school. and then I went to public school for 1 year, and I had a weird theater teacher that year. Um, and we did contest play, and the contest play we did was about like a mentally ill prostitute on trial for manslaughter. And before we went,
Typical from theater.
yeah, typical high school theater stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, super appropriate for minors. It was a super appropriate play. So,
Yeah.
well, so
This
here's
is what I'm saying.
yeah. In contest play, they always would do the edgier plays because the plays don't actually happen at the school. They happen at the contest play competition.
Okay.
So all the edgy plays that the theater director can't normally get away with doing at the school will happen at contest play.
Okay.
So
I
we
was
were
like,
doing
This is my time.
yeah, exactly. Time to bring out the edgy stuff. So we're doing the show, and I was playing the prostitute on trial for manslaughter. And then before the show starts, my theater director comes up to me and he's like, Dana, just remember when you're doing your monologues, just like turn on every guy in the room.
And you're like, I'm 12.
Yeah. And I'm looking back and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I was in high school. Like, that's such an inappropriate thing to say to a high school. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, this would like blend a little bit with the topic that I have. Like, I believe like I'm gonna say like I was 19. I'm not proud of this, but I got seduced by a nice seduced. Like she was in high school. She was like 16, and I was like 19. But theater made her so sexy that she did not resemble her age, and she did not act her age.
Mhm.
We hook up like we didn't have sex, but we kiss, and then I was like, what the fuck I am doing?
Mhm.
But since we were all in the same theater, it felt like we're like the same age. I was like,
Yeah.
but no, this is
Yeah.
not. But they make you feel like, oh no, this is totally normal. And
Uh-huh.
we have like scenes that were like super sexy together, and then like for I would say like, I forgot that like no, she's a fucking kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that's the danger side of theater. But the topic that I brought is like Halloween just happened, and I saw on the bus. I was going to a party, and I saw this like they looked like 16,
Yeah.
and they were all dressed
Prostitutes.
like
Yeah.
Playboy bunnies
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and tits out and shit, and
Yeah.
they like the guy have like the guy was gonna have this haircut that now they have that is like all messy.
Uh-huh.
I was like, this is a 16-year-old for
Uh-huh.
sure. But they were like bunny tits
Uh-huh.
out, like
Yeah.
and like on the socks and the ass out, the little like tail. I was like,
I was like, you're a child.
yeah, you are.
You're a child.
Why did your dad was like, yeah, you can go out like
Yeah.
like, it's totally fine that you go out like this in the bus by yourself.
I feel like I'm turning into such an old mom because like I'll be walking around, I'll see like 9-year-old girls wearing like crop tops and booty shorts, and I was like, why does this tiny child look like a hooker? Like kids that are like this big, and I'm like, I was like, I'm a grandma now. This feels weird. Why does this child look like a
Just
whore?
grab her by the ears.
Yeah,
like,
like
no.
what are you doing? Yeah.
And the question that I have is like, do you feel that Halloween costume bring the real you, like part of the real you? Because I feel like some women that dress super slutty for Halloween is like, if they have the chance to dress like this
Mm-hmm.
half of the year, they will do.
Yeah.
It's just like no, it's socially.
It's socially acceptable. Yeah.
And the same with like super goth themes or super silly themes. It's like if you can dress as an orange to go to work
Every day. Yeah.
every day, you will fucking
You
do
would
it.
do it. Yeah. I think so. I think it's Halloween is one of those few times every year where it's like I can do the thing that I want to do.
For
I
what
can't.
did you do? What did you dress as?
So I had 2 costumes this year. One of my costumes I wore all blue and I was blue balls.
Perfect.
And then
You have to explain it. People were like, just blow
no, I'd explain it. I just was wearing all blue and I had like tights with sparkles and I was like the sparkles represent testicular cancer. Um,
because we know testicular cancer sparkles.
it's in my world it does.
Caught to a commercial for
Yeah.
like testicular cancer, and we're back.
Sparkles, yeah, it's cool. And then I had a second costume, which was I had like a bunny suit, and I was Broadway veteran Johnny Rabe, who was Ralphie in the original cast of A Christmas Story. And people are like, "Are you a bunny?" And I'm like, "No, it's more specific than that."
I
So
also have that. Like, I believe Halloween is getting too specific and it's getting weird. Like, like I've seen people that is like, yeah, no, I am this extra that was in season 2 of
It's like
of
so
Seinfeld.
random. Yeah,
That
yeah.
season Seinfeld. Okay, in season 2, episode 4, this guy gets hit by a car in the back ground of the coffee shop. It's like, who the fuck?
That's so funny.
Like, who will guess
No one would get.
this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wanted to do something stupid. Probably I'll do it next year. I'll do it. I wanted to have just like a little mark in the forehead. I was like, no, I'm dressed up of a Catholic attendee to a chef
Uh
birthday,
huh. Yeah. Dressing as a Catholic.
but it's just like it just happened.
Uh huh.
Or have a little blush here, and it's like, you're not dressed. No, 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 no. Just was in a fire. But
Hmm.
3 years ago, it's been healing so well. But it's just like a
Yeah.
little blush here. I was like, since you're blending the costume so much, let's just be stupid.
Let's be stupid. Yeah. Well, my best friend and I, we were strongly considering being Beavis and Butthead for Halloween.
That would be fucking head.
But then we just got lazy. We're like, we have too much to do to get these costumes together.
I believe that's what is getting the costumes lazy. That like it's like a costume costs too much, and I'm too lazy to like put these together.
A good costume is a commitment. Like there's time involved, and
Yeah,
I've had a lot going on lately.
so much easier to be like, I'm gonna pay me myself blue and put the
Yeah.
sparkles and blue balls. Like
Yeah.
that's it. I believe most of like things like that are like improvised. They're like, I have this lumber jacket. I'll be a lumberman.
Yeah. I'm
That's
gonna put on a red dress and tell people I'm cystic acne.
it. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
But what would be like your personality that comes out? I believe if I can dress as whatever I want all days, I'll be in my pajamas all day, like
Yeah.
comfy. Like yeah, I just went to sleep. It's like baggy pants and just like coffee. I was like, yeah, this is me. This is my costume.
Yeah.
What would be yours? That you're like, oh, this is my personality.
I like really weird clothes. Like I like the kind of weird clothes that are overpriced at really specific thrift stores.
Okay.
Like cuz I just like I like weird and so you but I don't usually wear those clothes because they just cost more money than I want to spend on clothes. So I just wear whatever random shit people de-junk on me. And so I very rarely buy. I have jeans that
I like that
they're
sweater.
from Walmart I got recently, but that's kind of an anomaly for me. I like almost never buy clothes. So I just like it's whatever random shit people are like throwing away becomes my wardrobe. So, but yeah.
So what is your favorite piece of wardrobe that you have like collected like this?
Um I have I have a couple of dresses that are from other people that have like feathers on them that are real weird.
Feathers.
Yeah, they're not like everyday dresses, but I'll wear them to fancy events once in a blue moon.
Would you dress it every day if you were like able, like it's socially acceptable to dress whatever the fuck you want, or you're like, no, this is a special occasion.
I like to bust it out once in a blue moon for it's not as exciting if you do it all the time. So like the feather one I like to do once in a while. But all that to say, I'd wear zanier, probably colorful, weirder clothes if I wanted to spend more money on those. But that's what I like. I like
I,
weird
I,
stuff.
I love like secondhand store, and I love when you buy something secondhand. People are like, "Oh, this is so cool." I was like, "Yeah, it was $3.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
$3."
It's so good for the environment that I got this.
Also, I believe like that's and this connects to the other topic we're gonna talk in the other part, but it should be like that. Like I believe there's enough clothing in the world, and we should stop making more
Yeah.
until like we recycle all of this, and we're
Hmm.
like, okay, everything has holes. Okay, we
Yeah.
start making clothes again. But it's so stupid that we make clothing all the time, and it's just like piles and piles of
Yeah.
garbage.
Uh-huh.
And it's like just stop it,
Yeah.
and we recycle everything.
Uh-huh.
And when that is done, we make more.
See
We make a new batch.
that would just make too much sense. That's just too reasonable.
Yeah. Like humans are like, nah,
That
I
seems
want to get in debt for this shirt. Like,
yeah, I want to keep just buying stuff forever.
yeah. Like I love to thrift shop, and my only rule is never underwear or shoes.
I would never underwear at a thrift shop. I might do shoes.
No,
But
for me it's like, "Ew,"
I mean, I wear socks in the shoes.
depending on the shoes. But also, it's like,
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I don't know who put this on. Like,
Yeah.
shoes, I don't do shoes, and underwear for sure not.
Definitely not underwear.
They have to be like some kind of criminal on psychopath. That should be a law. If you buy underwear from a thrift store, they should be like, you need to.
Yeah, you're some kind of psycho.
Yeah, we need to check your brain. We need
Yeah,
to see what is
yeah.
happening there. Also, the people that like take underwear. It's like someone else can use this and go to
Yeah,
a place.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
what is your mindset that is like, no, I'm
Someone
gonna
else needs this.
someone else will
Someone
use
else needs this thong.
it.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah, especially like women like lingerie. I believe you don't see men's underwear, and someone put the theory that is because we use our underwear until we have like too many holes to keep be holding together. And it's like this is trash. Would you
Yeah.
like men is like I'm gonna use this shirt until I cannot use it anymore.
Yeah.
We don't like toss things that way. Oh, unless you get fat. Like I recently have to do that because I got fat, and I was like, it was two things. I got fat and then I got skinny again, kind of skinny. But I got shirts that were just super oversized.
Hmm.
I was like, I need to get this. I'm not using this shit. Like, I need to
I
give it
have I
away.
have I have clothes left over from chunkier periods of my life too.
Are you proud of giving away those clothes?
I don't think I'm proud of it. I'm like, yeah, I was fat 5 years ago. Well, here, Goodwill. Some other fat person can have this. Have fun, fatty. Like, I don't know.
It would be fun that it's like a process that someone get it and then that person is like, when it gets skinny,
Yeah, 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 yeah. They get skinny. They're like, I'm thin now. Now someone else, yeah,
it's a shirt of
pass it
shame.
along. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay, we're gonna make a pause, but we're gonna talk about economics because what's happening in this country doesn't make any fucking sense. And
Yeah.
I'm getting like, I believe when I came to United States, there was some feeling of hope. I was like, oh, this is the place to be, and yeah, I can afford things, and at some point I can have my own house.
Oh,
And we're gonna
what a
make a pause.
cute,
We're
what
gonna
a
make
cute myth you
a
were sold. Oh, they sold you a myth, didn't they?
and we're gonna make a pause, and we're gonna come back to talk about. I was happy when I came here. Now
Oh.
I know the truth, but we're gonna talk a little bit about it. Make pause. We're coming back, and we are back. I was just crying because of the economy. How have you feel living in this country? You have lived here forever. Have you traveled outside?
No, no,
Never.
no.
Would you like it?
Yeah.
What country would you like to go?
I'd like to go to Ireland because a lot of my ancestors were from there, and just because I like castles and shit.
Why haven't? Why
Huh?
haven't you visited Ireland?
Just finances, and I've been.
Would
I've
it be amazing to have like the money to be like, well, now and then like someone with tickets to Ireland comes?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
we're not there yet.
yeah. I've just like
Look under their seat, and there's a plane ticket to
yes.
Ireland.
No, I've spent the past few years like I have been uh very very deep in like the art that I've been trying to do, but I've also just kind of been surviving too. And it's also by choice cuz I'm very much of the belief that like when you sign up to do art seriously as a career, what you are signing up for is to not have financial stability for a while, to not be
Sadly, yes.
comfortable. Yeah. And if things like stability and comfort and taking vacations are really important to you, and that's more important to you than making art and being an artist, then you shouldn't be being an artist. You should be doing a different career
Hmm.
where you can make money to have nice things if that is what is important to you. But for me, I would rather be doing what I want to do with my time. And so what that has met in practicality is like vacations have very rare. Like, I've done a couple road trips here and there with people, but like that's all that stuff like going to Europe has not happened yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yet
But
someday,
no,
yes,
I believe you
yes,
should make like start like putting just money. And I believe decisions like this, especially doing arts, is like decisions that you gotta do knowing that it's gonna affect you economically for a long time.
yes.
Because if not, you never make them.
Yes, you might very well like be signing up for an entire lifetime of poverty. And very I don't believe that's what's going to happen to me, but I am prepared for that to be the outcome if that's what happens. And that's the actual risk you sign up for being an artist. And it's like if you want a super comfy, easy life, like being an artist is probably not for you. Like it actually does require sacrifices, and everybody wants in our culture wants to be a creator and an artist because artists are so glamorized in our culture. But the reality for most people doing that, it's not super glamorous. So if you just have to be actually want it enough to
I'll
make
put your Venmo here so people like.
yeah.
Actually, keep going with that. Like keep saying. I just put you some music. So being an artist is
Being an artist is a struggle. It's difficult. No one tells you what a long road ahead it's gonna be. The twists and turns, the winding paths. But it's worth it. Because you know one day when you're standing on the top of the mountain, and the metaphorical mountain is, I became famous and I have lots of money, you'll know it's all worth it.
It's really difficult, I'm gonna go with a phrase from this guy. I forgot his name for now, but he has a Netflix special. Bob Burnham. Bob Burnham.
Mm-hmm.
He was in a talk show, and it was like, you gotta be extremely talented and extremely lucky. It's like, and I recommend to people that want to follow this path of being a comic, be an actor, do not do it unless you have like this knowledge behind you, because it's like winning the lottery and telling
Mm-hmm.
people like, yeah, everybody can do it. Just like liquidate
Yes.
your assets. Just
I know what clip you're talking about.
yeah, and it's like, yeah, it's exactly that. People like, don't tell people follow your dreams, because you're just like sending a lot of people through a path of like that a lot of them will not be ready for when they find out like, yeah, no,
Yes.
just like a few chosen ones from this line
Yeah.
are gonna have the life that you were seeking.
Well, and I think a lot of people don't ask themselves the question, is this the life I want, regardless of if I never ever achieve certain levels of success or money? Is this how I want to spend my time? It's really what it's about, is how you spend your
Yeah.
time. Do I want to be writing jokes, or if you're a screenwriter or you're a painter or you're whatever the fuck you're doing, um, is this how I want to spend my time doing this specific activity, regardless, I guess, of financial outcomes?
Okay.
But yeah.
What is your dream scenario that will happen to you?
I would like to write. Intend to be writing musicals for the rest of my life. Um, I I would like to have a show on Broadway eventually. That is my intention. But if that doesn't happen, and I'm producing theater in smaller venues or off Broadway houses, because I've already been involved in the development of new musicals that ran in different off Broadway theaters.
Oh, nice.
And I w- I've the show I mentioned earlier was a musical series, and that is streaming on Amazon Prime, and that's on Tubi and all that. And so I really really love doing it. And I just love the process of
But you work as a writer. You're not a talent, or you're a talent also.
yeah, I like to perform too, but I like to write more.
No, but in the Amazon series.
Oh yeah, I'm in it. Yeah.
Oh, bro, amazing.
Um, uh, sorry, this is my long-winded way of saying that is I would like to have one of the shows that I write on Broadway eventually. That being said, if our because I found out recently that only 2 shows have actually made money that ran on Broadway since 2020. So most shows that are going up in Broadway theaters and in New York are they're losing money. So their strategy is they lose money on the run in New York, and then they try to recoup on the tour. And they recoup on the tour by keeping it super low budget and making it shit. Because I've seen a few national tours lately that have been shit, because their strategy is they're making back all the money on the tour that they lost on the New York run. So anyway, this is my long-winded way of saying, regardless of if that is financially feasible for me in the future, I'm going to be writing musicals until they throw my body in the ground, one way or the other, because that's what I enjoy doing with my time.
okay, because I saw this and Juliet on Broadway, and I believe that what like I was more like amazed was like all the scenery and all the, because I did theater, so for me, like, yeah, like acting is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but all the props and how
The production value.
everything move.
Uh-huh.
And it's like this fucking shit came out from the fucking ceiling, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's a door,
Yeah.
and it opens, and people can go inside, and then they can fucking leave them. I was like, what the fuck is that? Then the stage like went up and it starts spinning,
Uh-huh.
and but the center spins one way and the
Yeah.
outer other way. And I was like, I was so amazed by all of that and the choreography to take everything in and outside.
Uh-huh.
So I cannot like be as amazed with this show if I see Anne Juliet in another venue, a smaller venue, like
Sure.
in tour. I'll be like, this is not as good. Like
Yeah.
that might be one of the points pointed at. Like, now it's shitty.
I think what a lot of people think that production value is what makes shows. I've seen a lot of shows with really high production value that were terrible pieces of theater because the
Also,
performers are bad. And more lately, just the past few years, I've just seen so much bad theater, because everyone, not everyone, a lot of people doing theater are prioritizing the wrong things. And
I believe that's happening like across many arts.
yeah,
Like before turning the camera on, haha, you don't know about that. We talk about that in a stand up that
yeah,
there's some things that are getting prioritized. That is like, for example, the followers. It's like he's not funny, but he have 100K followers. I was
yeah.
like, okay, that's so.
Literally, that was when I was in a production of Children of Eden a couple years ago, and it only ran for a few performances at the Cadillac Palace, but I was there, and I noticed that most of the dancers and people in the ensemble, as I was one of the dancers, were spending more time posting about being in the show and being in the rehearsal process, more time doing that than actually learning their lines, their choreography. Like they were thinking more about the social media stuff than they were about being good at their job. Like what they were being paid to do is not what they were prioritizing. And it was really disturbing for me to be there and be like, why is no one giving a fuck about the show being good? Why is everyone just like, I'm so excited to be in the show? And I'm like, this is crazy.
Because also you were born in it, so
Yeah.
you saw theater before social media. So
Mm-hmm.
like I believe everything broke when social media interrupted the life of like all in a stand up. When they do live shit on like on stage, or when the crowd work is more important that your jokes, because the crowd work is something that does good on social media. That's disrupting, and I believe that's in theater. I always remember that this theater guy that he's in Spain, uh, he always was like, this place is sacred. There's no phones. There's not this, not
Mm-hmm.
this. If your parents need to call you, and you have an emergency, don't come,
Mm-hmm.
because this space is like, we're here to rehearse. We're here to learn our lines. We're here to do the exercises. And if your mind is somewhere else, do not come,
Mm-hmm.
because I like if and especially in theater, if you are constantly being like, whatever line, like, and who is the murderer, and you're like, ah, my bad, guys, line, you fucking ruined the experience
Mm-hmm.
for the rest of the people
Yeah.
rehearsing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not just you that is like, oh, I'm out of focus. Like, you're fucking everybody else.
Yeah.
So I believe it's that, and you leave the era of like, we don't have phones, we don't have
Yeah.
we.
Yeah.
So it's weird to have you like to you are pure with the theater, and
Mm-hmm.
now obviously it's disrupting to see these people being like, I started 2 years ago, and look at me,
Yeah.
and you're like, I want to kill you.
Even like I remember going to dance class as a kid and like being in ballet class, and nobody had their phones in class. And now every single class, everyone is like filming the combos that we're doing and like the routines for social media or whatever. But that was never a thing when I was like younger. We just showed up to dance class and we like worked on our dancing. And now dance class, like everything else, has become like a way to get social media content. And which I guess whatever it is, what it is. It's just it's weird.
Yeah, I have an idea, crazy idea. Would you love to, or would you like to be a grandma? That we already talked, you're a grandma now, and create a theater space, theater like class that involve getting back to feel like stage is sacred, and this is a place that there's no phones, and we're here to do our job. We're here to rehearse, but create that space again. It will be difficult because now kids are so attached to their phone, but
I don't think the solution to the problem is banning phones, because there is merit to like, for like when I'm in a rehearsal process, I need my phone for certain things. Like sometimes I'll be looking at my script or like the libretto or whatever. So it's not like I'm anti phones. It's more, I think there needs to be a shift to everyone prioritizing the right things. So like, hey guys, you can have your phones in the space, but like remember to prioritize actually being a good performer more than performing online what's going on. And also in general with human beings, I found when you ban shit, you just create more problems. So like if I was running a show and I was like phones are banned in this space, I feel like that would just backfire and make new problems. So I'd probably just because the show I was in recently, Gods, the director was really really good about setting group intentions and making
Okay.
sure everyone was like thinking about the right things. And so sorry, I'm really rambly. All that to say,
No, but this is good because like I believe like it's a conversation you have not have many opportunities to have.
yeah, I wouldn't take the phones away. I would make sure that the group and the cast has the right intentions and is all consciously prioritizing the right things.
So you hear it here first. Get your fucking shit together, Sarah.
Yeah.
Come on. Like your own way of your fucking phone. Like you have a name.
Yeah. Stop posting on your story. Actually, focus on just being a good actor. Crazy idea. Just show up in rehearsal and do a good job and
Okay,
stop thinking
fucking
about posting.
and
Yeah.
do your fucking job.
Do your job. Just be good at your job.
No, okay, we're in 31 minutes. Let's. We didn't talk about that topic I wanted to talk, but I'm gonna summarize it in a question because we kind of touch it, and it's not about the economy. Economy will be in the bonus content, but the other topic that I have is like I believe we are humans. We go through many super difficult and cruel decisions to ourselves.
Hmm.
And my thought when I had this was that sometimes you're at work or you have to work that day, and there's something that you really want to do. Like it can be a party, it can be going fishing with your dad or whatever.
Hmm.
And we are in this decision of like I need to work, but I don't know how much time I'll have my dad, or I don't like this party will never happen again.
Hmm.
And we're always between this decision of being responsible or or working or being living the moments. And I believe there's argument for both. That yeah, you're being responsible, but at the same time, like corporate doesn't care about you. If you miss that day, they'll write you off.
Well, and let's even further unpack the idea of being responsible. Um, uh, Money is a resource. Your time is also a resource.
Yeah.
You can always get more money. You cannot get your time back.
Yes.
And so like I even the idea that the responsible move is the one that involves making money, I just don't agree with because you can always get more money. You cannot get your time and your youth back. And I kind of would probably be someone who would err on the side of like, yeah, maybe the responsible thing to do is spend time with your dad before he dies. Like and your
Yeah.
employer can suck a fuck. Like
So yeah, like this, we're always in cruel decision, and you just talk about Ireland.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
did like this is circular, bro. I didn't plan it like that, but it's like, but you said like you're spending your time what you want to be
Mhm.
spending your time, but also the road trips. I'm pretty sure you have really good memories from the road trips
Mhm.
you have. So it's like being in between these decisions is like it's so cruel to ourselves to always be placed in these decisions.
Mhm.
So like what would you recommend whenever someone is in this? Should I do the thing I have to do, or the responsible shit, or should I leave the moments?
I think you have to ask what is really really important to you. And if for instance, not every party that someone throws is it going to be life-changing. Like sometimes someone's just throwing a party and it's like, yeah, I would like to go. It doesn't really matter. But there are other times when like for example, a friend who's really important to you is in a show and it's closing night. It's the last time you can see their show. You know it's really really important. And so like and it's important to that person and to your relationship with them. And so that might be a time when I would say to whoever like I'm working for like, "Hey, like I really need to be at this person's thing. I need to take that time off." And if they say no, I'm like, "I'm sorry. I'm going to take that time off." And like they can either spend a lot of money training a new person, which is a whole lot of a headache. That's like weeks of time and money, or you can let me have these 3 hours off,
Yeah,
and you're gonna resent me a little bit. But you can either do that or you can fire me. Because that's the thing people always forget when they talk about like, oh no, am I gonna get fired? It will cost an employer so much more time and money to train you than to fight with you a little bit, and then you're like, okay, I'm taking the time off or fire me.
yeah.
Like
That
you,
it's better for say sorry. Es mejor pedir perdón que pedir permiso, lo dije en español.
Yeah.
Being sorry that I asked for permission.
Yeah, yeah. And like I'm not saying you should like be a piece of shit and like purposefully pick fights with your bosses, but like there are times when your life and your relationships with other people and your soul are what is more important. And I especially if it comes down to like you're really asking these deep questions about what is more important to you. And if like going on a fishing trip with your father, who's going to be dead in a few years, is more important to you than that extra, $100 or whatever that you'd make working at McDonald's all day, like you should go spend time with your dad.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's just how I feel. We're gonna die. That's
Yeah.
we're gonna fucking die. Like we just
No, for me, I actually I like my way of deciding is going to the place of me in my deathbed, being like, "Oh my God, I regret so much not working that day." Usually
yeah.
the regrets come from the one things that you want to do. I regret so much not being with my dad that day. I regret so
Yes.
much not going to the closing night of the show with my friend.
Yes.
Usually, those are the regrets that you can see yourself saying
Yes.
instead of being like, "Oh, I should have worked that day double." It's like
Yes.
and if you have many jobs, that bosses and you're a good worker, like boss, whatever. If you work all days and they have to lay off one person, they don't fucking care. It's like, oh, you overstay those days. Remember? No, they're like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. We from corporate we need to lay off people, so you're done.
Yeah.
Like they do not fucking care about your time. So and you say time is a resource. You can get more money. You cannot get more
Yeah,
time.
everybody needs to remember that money is not the only resource. There are other
You have
resources.
your body.
Your body, your mental health, your sanity, your energy, all of these things are finite, and your time. Like,
Yeah, sell
money
all
is
of
not
that.
the only resource.
Yeah, sell your body. There
Be
you
a
go.
prostitute. Be a hooker.
Yeah, if we can do it with high schoolers, we can do it ourselves. Like what?
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, everything is circular. Be a prostitute in high school. There you go. But just in theater.
Yeah.
And not the edgy productions.
Uh
Don't do
huh.
it on there.
Uh huh. That's right.
No, no. Take care of yourself. Take care of your time. And we're gonna end this episode with a. I was gonna put with an applause. With sad music. Okay.
You are gay.
Yeah, we're gonna end this episode when if you are thinking about spending time with your dad this weekend.
Why are you gay?
There you go. Goodbye. Adios. You gotta say adios.
Adios.